Hello, this is a breakdown of Aberdeen, Mississippi blues in the way that I play it for Chris, who has made some very kind comments about the video that I put up of me playing this tune, as have other people, so thank you very much indeed for your positive feedback. It's greatly appreciated. This is simply just Chris is thinking about tackling the tune, and there's not a lot of tablature out there for it or lessons about it, so hopefully this helps. It's not the definitive in any way guide on how to play Aberdeen, Mississippi blues by Booker White, but it's just how I've picked it up. The tuning is a minor tuning, E minor. I think this guitar is in E minor. I haven't got a tuner to hand, sorry. But any variation, minor variation of open D, open E, the Vestapol tuning is what you need. And the main riff before Booker White starts singing has him down in this open position, holding down the third string at the first fret, which gives him the major third. Minor, major, and just playing some embellishments around that. The right hand, certainly the way I do it and the way it sounds on the record and the way it looks to me from the footage of him playing this, is that things are fairly driving but relaxed in the right hand. So it's certainly not it's not that. It's more of a kind of. So it's a steady rhythm, but with upstrokes sort of emphasising different beats. And I think there is some movement in terms of which string he's hitting with his thumb. I think sometimes it does sort of wander between the sixth string, well, from the sixth string down to the fourth string. And the thumb, I think for some of the riffs later in the song, I think it comes down here as well. It's just the way it looks and sounds to me. So the riff starts in this position and goes like this. So the way that breaks down is going from this position, so first finger, first fret, third string, slide that finger up one fret and then add the second finger at the second fret on the second string underneath it. Actually, I don't think you hit the top string really for that. And then the second finger bounces off of the fifth string on the second fret. And it hammers onto the third there, in the way I do it, not necessarily in the way he did it. And then as he finishes that riff, he goes back to this second fret on the fifth string, kind of G'ing himself up, getting ready to sing the first line of the verse. So it's kind of like this. And then he's into Aberdeen. I was over in Aberdeen. Then, of course, he's into the famous Spank the Baby technique, which he does while he's singing the main body of the verse. So what this technique is, it combines a hammer-on and pull-off, again, second finger, second fret of the fifth string, with hitting the body of the guitar, not hard. I wear picks, and because I don't want to knock the paint off this old guitar, I tend to use the two fingers that I'm not wearing picks on to do the percussive bit. and he hits down by the rim here, and then anywhere around here, really the safest place to do it is right at the 12th fret if you're going to hit the neck. You don't have to hit the strings, you're not relying on hitting the strings to get the notes out. That's all coming from this hammer on and pull off. If you're hitting the strings, it's just to get a nice snap, and again, you don't have to do that hard. And the trick here is to think of it a bit like a seesaw, so that if one end is down, the other end is up, this end is up, and then when this end goes down, this end comes up. So it starts with a strike, it doesn't start with a hammer on, so if you were counting, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that bit that I was showing you at the end of the riff, that also gives you enough time to get yourself ready for trying to execute the Spank the Baby. So the way it all would pull together is after he's done that bit, after he's done the Spank the Baby and returned to that riff, it's the second line of the verse, which to my ears, and again looking at the video, looks like he's keeping the bass line pretty much hammering out on the 6th string and is playing the minor third. So it gets a bit sort of minor and bluesy sounding at this point on the top string at the 3rd fret. So that's from there, again, keeping the bass fairly solid here, drops it down to the 2nd fret of the 1st string. And then he goes to the, I think really it's suggesting the 4 chord. But the way I finger that chord is the 2nd finger at the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and the ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, keeping the index finger ready to cover off that 3rd and keep making it major 3rd rather than a minor 3rd as he's lifting this off and hammering it on. So it's probably easier for me to show it than try and explain it. So again, that index finger is staying there holding down the major 3rd, and then keeping it there, you're putting the ring finger 1 fret up on that string, and then bringing the 2nd finger onto the 5th string. It all sounds a bit hippie-ish when you play it slowly, doesn't it? But when you're cranking out the bass as well, it doesn't sound like that. So starting from the beginning. And then just a word about the slides he does up to the 12th fret. The slide stuff is fairly simple in this song. It's again keeping that, really important to keep the bass going, and it's a good long slide up from, I think, around the 5th fret up to the 12th. So it's the bit down here is sliding from the 2nd fret on the top string to the 4th and down again. And then fretting 2nd fret, 2nd string, and then releasing it. You need to not fret, you need to not have your slide anywhere near this, the 3rd string, otherwise it's going to sound minor. So you really need to be quite careful about angling the slide back a bit and only hitting the top and maybe the 2nd string. He also slides around the 7th and 9th frets as well. And in some versions that's where he ends the song. So I'll play it all together one time slowly, and I hope this has helped. This song is a bit of a labour of love for me. I don't think I'll ever play a version that I'm very happy with, but this is where it's at the moment.